So I didn't mind with the first Bad Mom movie that came out 9 years ago. I only know that title alone make mom look awful, but it's just a comedy film about Mila Kunis, Kivity Haddish, and of course Christian Bell, which is my girl actually, about three moms, right? Three moms getting tired being workaholic and doing all that kind of stuff, taking care of children. So that's why they have a genius idea by going out of pug whip and doing something crazy. Just like the grocery store scene, which I don't like that scene. That scene scolded me for life. Honestly, after I seen Christian Bell do it, I was like, oh my god, woman, don't you ever do that again, as the bill is meant. Even this film has some flaws, but overall, this film is a underrated gem. It's a underrated movie from 2016. But there was a one question, and there was a lot of question that people want to know. How on quack that this film got a sequel? How on earth this film got a sequel? This film just came out of nowhere. No joke to you. In 2017, when I was just watching YouTube videos and I saw a trailer for a Bad Mom Christmas and I was like, this film got a sequel already? Like, come on, this movie came after the first movie. Gotta be honest, Hill, I was not excited for this movie to begin with. And the fact is, this film is very unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. Anyway, enough further ado. Let's get this cold review started since the Nutcracker and the Four Turd.
I don't know what this is.
Look who's under the mistletoe!
Well, really it's some old parsley I found in the dumpster, but oh!
Hello everybody, my name is NH Studio Lounge Show. Enough further ado, let's get the drill. Today, I'm about to do a movie rant on the most unnecessary request that people doesn't even ask for and doesn't even wanted, which is other than the sequel to follow-up to the first movie that came out 9 years ago, which is other than A Bad Mom Christmas, the movie about three mom going out in the mall and partying. And please don't tell me this film is a rehash to the first movie. Let's get this started. Anyway, so I didn't mind the first Bad Mom movie because I think it's a funny, entertaining film for the whole mother. But this film has some cover flaws. I absolutely did not like the villain in this movie. And the story and the plan just sounds stupid, you ask me. And some of the scenes in this movie can be very uncomfortable. Just like, the grocery scene, which that is the worst scene in that movie, which I do not want to see that freaking scene ever again. So, yeah. And honestly, at the same time, I didn't mind the first movie. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I'm really thinking I took that film way too seriously back in 2020. And I did a rant on that movie, and I gotta say, thank God I delete that rant. Thank God I delete that rant. So, and if that rant is still there, I'll definitely delete it because I don't wanna watch my older video in 2020, 2021, and 2022. So I might delete all the video from 2020 and 2021 and 2022 and to redo it actually. Well, except my Frozen trailer style, because at least my Frozen 2 trailer style is still good actually. Well, there's some I might have to delete it actually. So that proves my point. So yeah, and at the same time, I didn't mind the first Bad Mom movie. But honestly, so doing to this film was a huge successful to Six Entertainment. They have a genius idea by doing a sequel. Doing a sequel that takes place in Christmas. Just what I just said before, not every film had to become a sequel. It's bad enough we got this film, but years later, in the future, maybe in 2030 or 2035, we might do a sequel to White Chick. Fuck this crap, I'm done. Anyway, guys, so doing to this film came out in this holiday season, and guess what? The review, this review is absolutely a review bomb. So this film got a 32% for the critic, and this film got a 43% for the audience. That is even lower to the first movie. And the first movie got a way better Rotten Tomato rating more than the sequel. Actually, yeah, that's not saying a lot because the first movie got. Let me see, the first movie got. Yeah, the first movie got a 59%. But I gotta say this, but dude, I'm gonna be thinking the sequel just did even worse than the God Awful first movie. I'm sorry, God Awful in the second one. So I gotta say, so yeah. Anyway, guys, so this film got a 32% for the critic, and this film got a 43% for the audience, and even worse for the top critic, I got a 21%. Freak me. So IMDb, this film was a review bomb, just like what I thought. Oh crap, not this again. Hold on a minute, guys. The trailer was playing. Oh heck no. Hold on a minute. You know what? Fuck this crap. Anyway, guys, so yeah. Yeah. I might get a copyright strike if I would play the trailer. Fix your copyright strike, YouTube. Sick and tired of your bull crap. Anyway, guys, so back I was saying, so yeah, this film got a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb, and this film got a 42 on Megascore. So let's check out the box office. Let's compare it to the first movie. The first movie was a major box office hit. It was grossing over $183 million worldwide and achieving a $20 million budget. And this film was a huge successful for Six Entertainment, but leading to the successful to the sequel for A Bad Mom Christmas. So the first Bad Mom movie, this film made $113 million domestically, and this film made $183 million for worldwide, and this film have a budget for $20 million budget. And for the performers, this film was strong. This film opened strong, outperformed a budget, and become a breakout comedy hit. But sadly, Jason Bourne beat Bad Mom at the box office on July 29th and 31st. So Jason Bourne, which is a Jason Bourne trilogies. So Jason Bourne won the weekend with a huge put targeting a 50. Sorry, this film made around with $55 million to $60 million for a first Bad Mom movie. This film unhinged. This film made over $26 million or $35 million for a strong second place. So I'm going to be thinking Jason Bourne beat the crap out of these three moms in this movie. So let's compare it to the first movie to the second one. To the second one, this film was a box office hit, not surprised there. And this film made $130 million worldwide and aging a moderate a $28 million budget. And this film make it a profit for a sequel and a strong performs for a Six Entertainment. Depend this movie got really bad review, but honestly the box office don't lie. The box office was completely completely a huge successful. So just like the first movie, I'm just going to wear the second one. So the second one made $130.6 million worldwide, and this film made $72.1 million domestically in the U.S. and Canada, and this film have a budget for $28 million. So this film made $130.6 million worldwide, and this film made $72.1 million domestically in the U.S., aka United States and Canada. And this film have a budget for $20 million. So let's compare it to the first movie. So I'm going to be thinking the first movie made more higher than the second one, because the second one made $130 million, and the first movie that made $183 million. Let's say that one more time. The second one, the most unnecessary sequel, this film, unnecessary sequel, made $130 million. And for the first movie, this film made $183 million. So I'm going to be thinking the first movie earned way more higher than the second one. Pretty shocking, right? Yeah, folks. Anyway, guys, so let's talk about this movie. So doing two, I did compare to the between of the first movie and the second one, because I'm going to be thinking the first movie is way more watchable than the second one. So yeah, and honestly, you get on my face. I'm gonna write you freaking imposter. Anyway, guys, so I'm very sorry you had to see that scene when Cindy was trying to show a shirt that have kitty face in it. Oh my god. I'll get to her character in a minute. I can't stand her. Anyway, guys, so yeah, what do I think of A Bad Mom Christmas? I absolutely did not like this movie. And the fact is, I absolutely hated this movie. Well, not as a 9/11 movie that came out in 2017. And of course, Joss League and even the freaking Emoji movie, which nobody give a less about it. Well, maybe Unikitty and Poppy fan and Lazy Man of Gaming definitely care about the Emoji movie, but just because those two like the Emoji movie, that doesn't mean a lot of people is going to give the Emoji movie a chance. Oh, heck no, that film was a board fest, so if I give that film a chance, why on earth I whip to take it and put him in the garbage after I saw that film in theaters back in 8 years ago? Yeah, I had to go there. Anyway, guys, so yeah, and honestly, even I don't necessarily hate it as much as the Nutcracker in the Full Realm, because at least this film is way more tolerable than the Nutcracker in the Full Realm, because the Nutcracker Full Realm, that is the worst Christmas movie. But A Bad Mom Christmas, this film might be in the top 10 worst Christmas movie, but at least it's way more watchable as much as Santa Claus 3, Little Crapper, Star Wars Holiday Special. I don't count that as a holiday movie. I count it as a holiday special. So that is the worst holiday special for a Christmas movie. It's not quite on the full realm. At least this film is way more watchable and way more compared to the Nutcracker the Full Realm. So yeah. Anyway, guys. So yeah, and yes, I still have some positive of this movie. At least the cinematography looks good. I won't. I won't say it's Oscar worthy, but at least the cinematography looks clean, looks fancy, looks really good. With a Christmas decoration, it looks beautiful. And of course, the scene when Amy and Ruth was trying to have a mother and daughter time by start talking to each other about their problems, which that scene always get me in tears, but not as much as the other scene from The Green Miles. And yes, I did watch that movie, and man, that movie is just so sad, man. Like the most saddest movie of 1999, and I'll definitely do a review of it for the end of the year. Stay tuned for that. And of course, the only character I love in this movie, and this is the main reason why I love Christian Bale wearing jeans. And I gotta say, I do love female wearing jeans because it looks good on them. So, what's another than Kitty? She is the only character that she does not get ruined. I only know that a lot of people would definitely call me a simp for Christian Bale. I'm not trying to be like Alex, okay? At least I'm not trying to be like Alex by saying, oh my god, you're so HOT, oh my god, yeah. At least I don't do that. Just because I call her drop dead gorgeous, that doesn't mean that's literally a simp would. You wanna know what the simp would? What's another than doing the druid emoji? I ain't doing that anymore. Honestly, guys, doing druid emoji on featuring character, that's so freaking disgusting. I don't understand why I used to do that. Well, I still do it on Instagram, but I don't necessarily do it on the YouTube platform because that's why I use the heart emoji. Or some people like Nicole or Andro or Buoy fan will definitely get on to me by using druid emoji, and I hope not, because I don't want to get canceled. Don't want to get canceled. So yeah. And anyway, so Kitty in this movie, she's very beautiful. She's so drafted gorgeous, and her performance in this movie is absolutely funny. Especially there was one scene when she said, "We're gonna hide in the bathroom." Oh my god. Kitty, I love you, but we are not hiding in the bathroom. Oh my god. But at least her character in this movie is absolutely hilarious. It's funny. It's pure comedy. And that is why Christian Bale is a comedian. And she might be one of my favorite comedian, even better, just like Ryan Reynolds, Seth Rogen, and Michael Cera. And yeah, I had to go there. So that's the only positive I liked in this movie. Cinematography, the scene when Amy and Ruth's trying to have a mother-daughter time, and of course, Kitty is the only character I like in this movie because Christian Bale, she did excellent in this movie, along with her character in The Boss. Which, honestly, guys, yeah, I don't mind with The Boss. I think The Boss, just like my opinion for Bad Mom, I just think The Boss is really a underrated gem, and I don't understand why some people think that is the worst movie of 2016. Oh, no, the heck it's not. You want to see a way worse movie from 2016? It's Norman North. Norman North in Ghostbusters 2016, and even The God of A-Hole is way worse than The Boss. I was just saying. So the rest of the movie is absolutely dreadful to watch. and I'm gonna get to my negativity. First off, the story is just rehashing of the first movie. It's bad enough they're doing it in the stores, but why on earth you have to rehash the first movie but take place in Christmas? Why nobody in the white might want to see a Dewey mom but going out in the mall and doing something like seriously, that is stupid. Yeah, this film is just the same old thing as much as the first movie. You wanna know why this sorry. Honestly, you wanna know why this film is lazy? This is hands down one of the most laziest Christmas movie that you ever came up with. Like there was a lot of premise. You can make a way better Christmas movie. Have the story when three mom going out vacation and do a level of Christmas vacation. That would be a much better. I already know that would be even more lazy, but rehashing the story from the first movie, that doesn't make any sense. And that is literally make a general audience to get confused. And probably like, wait a second, do we honestly, yeah, do we necessarily see that in the first movie? Yeah, that would make the general audience confused actually. And no wonder this film got a really bad review on social media. Anyway, guys, so yeah. Yeah, the character in this movie, except Christian Bale character, that is the only character I absolutely love in this movie because she is so drop-dead gorgeous. The rest of the characters in this movie, even though not ruined, but they also bad actually. At least Mila Kunis and Amy, at least her character is just like the same old thing from the first movie, which is not good actually, because her performance was kind of forgettable. It's kind of the most forgettable performance that Mila Kunis came up with. And don't let me get started of Carrie. Oh my god, man. I am not a huge fan of her character in the Bad Mom movie. And the fact is, I never liked her in the first movie. The first movie, she was really exhausted and she was really over the top. But I think the second one is even worse. Like, she's really a party mom. Like, seriously, nobody in the right mind wants to see a character who's really a party mom. Yeah, I would be thinking, yeah, I think Carrie is the worst member of the Bad Mom gang. I was just saying that's my opinion. But let's get to the mom, shall we? So let's get to Lizzie, which is Lizzie. Lizzie? You know what, I'm gonna call her Susan. So let's get to the character played by Susan. Susan, what in the flame quack are you doing in this movie? You are the main antagonist from Enchantress. And what else project that she was in, actually? Yeah, she was in the Rocket Horror Picture Shows. It's bad enough she was in that stupid movie called That's My Boy, or even Stepmom? Like, why am I want to make a movie about Stepmom? That's disgusting. Like, honestly, she goes to Enchantress. Oh, sorry. Honestly, she goes to the Rocket Horror Picture Show, to Enchantress, into a Bad Mom Christmas. Do you hear me? The Rocket Horror Picture Shows and Enchantress go over to Bad Mom Christmas. And and her character is just like a generic cowgirl mom characters, a country style mom. She was like, "Hey, doggy, hey!" Oh my god. Ugh. I already know that's not her voice, but honestly, I don't give a crap. And of course, you got Ruth, which is Amy's mother. And she is a very disrespectful crank because she is a very disrespectful mother because Amy said do not have a Christmas party. And what she do? She disrespect Amy and give her a middle finger off her face off screen. And yeah, and she does a fancy Christmas party. Amy told you not to do a Christmas party, and what you do off screen, you give her middle fingers, and you tell her she can do whatever she wants because she is a mom. But I don't care, she's a mom. But about this, Amy, this is her house, this is her law, and she tell you not to have a Christmas party, and what you do, you have a Christmas party. Like, can you imagine that somebody would definitely plan on the party, and I told them not to have a party, and what you do, you have a party. Like, that is really a rewarding bad behavior, bro. Like, dude, that scene alone when you see Amy and Rolf was trying to fight over a Christmas tree. Like, come on, this is a Christmas tree, okay? It's bad enough that people's fighting over some stupid stuff like tennis shoes, phones. My goodness, take that thing that's common sense. Fighting on that. Come on, y'all. Honestly, I already know this is really a comedy film, but the scene when those two girl character was trying to fight over Christmas tree, which is the one that played by Mila Kunis, and the other one played by Kristen Bagadan, whatever we call her. Honestly, I'm gonna call her Ruth. So anyway, actually, that was the stupidest scene, which is that Amy and Will was trying to fight over Christmas tree. Like, seriously, is that has a mother and daughter time? Well, that's what you get for Ruth for disrespecting Amy's law and celebrate and doing Christmas party. You should not do a Christmas party without people's permission. God mostly on the soul. But honestly, I was wishing that Wolf would be the worst killers in this movie. But not until Kitty's mom was, that is the worst character in this freaking movie. Like, seriously, there was a one scene. Do I have to show the picture? Yeah, there was a one scene when you see this scene right here. That is literally embarrassment. And no wonder that Kitty is always embarrassed by seeing Cindy as a mom. I'm done. Anyway, Cindy is the most exhausted and the most over-the-top character in this franchise. I'm just saying I mean it. Like, her character in this movie is over the top. But for the third movie, in my imagination, I'm going to make her as less over the top. Her performance will be just like the sequel, which is not good, but I'm still going to keep her personality. Because actually, if I even bother to keep her character to serious note, that would be really boring for the general audience. Because people want to see these characters to be hilarious. And what this actress play by? Oh yeah, she was in that terrible movie called RV, which I don't think that film is terrible. I think the film is an underrated gem. And of course, she was in she was in the Space Jam. Yeah, that is the second worst movie from 2008, along with Disaster Movie. Yeah, I think Disaster Movie is even worse than Space Champ. Like, honestly, it's better to know she was in that freaking Space Champ movie, but now she's in the movie played by the mom. Oh my god. And of course, this film got some stupidest scene in this movie. Like, I did talk about the Christmas tree fighting, which that Christmas tree fighting is absolutely stupid. But yeah, I'm gonna get to the worst scene in the movie. Yeah, the worst scene in this movie, you got three worst scenes in the movie, actually. So you got the one scene when you see all the mom go to the strip club and you see a man being shirtless while dressed up as Santa Claus. Come on, man. That is such embarrassment. And of course, I'll get to the ending in a minute because that ending, want me to be done with this movie. So, yeah. And now let's get to the mall scene. Now, can you see why I am saying this film is just rehashing of the first movie? Because the ball scene is exactly the same as much as the grocery store scene. Why you see all the three mom going out and partying at the mall, drinking some whiskey, kissing some woman, which I don't mind it. And of course, you go into meet and greet with Santa Claus, and you see Christian Bale character taking off her jacket and dancing around with Santa Claus, and you sit in the seat and being so, and of course, you go on the microphone and say some inappropriate stuff. And yeah, dude, man, Christian Bale dancing when she talks to Santa Claus. Just dropped it gorgeous, but not saying what because I'm not trying to be like a simp. And of course, I don't want to know what Kara did with the white stuff. It looked like a balloon, which, I ain't talk about that. And I'm not going to say the word, actually, or else I'm going to get in trouble by YouTube team. Or even worse, I'm going to get in trouble by my parent if I say the word that you should not be saying for the light of day. And of course, when they take a picture, and honestly, there was a one picture when Kara was trying to spank Katie the booty, and Amy's too. Yeah, here's my own theory. They might be lesbian. Yeah, they might be lesbian if they act like that. But honestly, the only scene I kind of get chuckle, which another the one scene when they trying to steal a Christmas tree and you see all the girl was trying to was trying to get them and trying to one up the god. Man, I can picture it when I see Dan Soper or Alec or even Amanda College was trying to steal a Christmas tree. And let's have a god, which is Paul 1-6 and Party for President. That would be really funny if I can picture that. Okay. Let's not do that. It's kind of cyberbullying, which I don't care. Yeah. And honestly, in the ending of the movie, oh my god. Do I have to explain what the ending looked like? You know what? Fine. I'll show you what the ending looked like. Yep, that's what your ending looked like. The ending is about a husband being shirtless, dressed up as Santa Claus, and dancing, and you see all the female enjoyment. And of course, you see the character dancing. And boom, that's how the movie ends. Seriously? Is this how you end the movie? You don't ever end the movie when you have a man who's shirtless. I won't mind to have an ending about they have a heartwarming Christmas because at least the Grinch 2018, they have a heartfelt ending. Well, I'm just gonna forget that screaming girl. Yeah, that was really annoying. But honestly, they should delete that part because that was really unnecessary. But honestly, every Christmas movie needs to have like the emotion, heartfelt Christmas. But the ending, when you have a shirtless man dancing and you see all the character and all the character in this movie was trying to dance. Yeah, that scene is just feel uncomfortable as much, just like the ending scene of Sausage Party, and I'm just saying as my opinion. So overall, guys, I'm just done talking about this movie. So overall, guys, A Bad Mom Christmas is, dude. So overall, guys, A Bad Mom Christmas. This is a movie that is exactly that is going to be. Because do you only think this film is going to be like an Oscar-worthy Christmas movie? But absolutely not. Because this film was exactly I thought this movie was going to be. This film is just rehashing of the first movie. The character, except Christian Bale, was absolutely not kind of ruined, but they okay and they're bad actually. And their mom in this movie, which is Susan, Kelly, and Christopher, was absolutely terrible in it. And I think Kelly one is the worst one. Oh my god. Yeah, I think Cindy is the worst character. But Kitty is the only character I like in this movie. But her mom is absolutely terrible. But honestly, let's say it again. This film was exactly I thought it was going to be. The only positive I like in this movie was another the cinematography, Christian Bale character, and a heartfelt scene when you see Amy and Wolf was trying to apologize each other and trying to be like a mother and daughter time. But that doesn't change the fact that this film is just rehashing of the first movie. Some of the characters are completely mean-spirited. And honestly, I do, man. The one scene I kind of got chuckle. Watching that in, they went to the Sky Zone, which I do remember going to Sky Zone, and I hope I could go there again because actually that was a one experience I would never forget. So yeah, they have the Sky Zone scene, and I gotta say, that scene was really fun. And no wonder this is an action comedy film, because there was an action sequence that happened in Six Entertainment on the Sky Zone, meant to said. Yeah, Sky Zone. So maybe in the third movie of Imagination, I'm just gonna have all these mom to go to Dave and Buster and do some raunchy stuff. I already know that's not like a same thing from the first movie and the second one, but this is a final Bad Mom movie of Imagination. I will definitely make it at the epic conclusion from Shrek Forever After in my imagination. So you guys, so I'm gonna give A Bad Mom Christmas a 2 out of 10. It's a awful movie, and this film is absolutely garbage. Yup, sadly, this film is absolutely garbage. But not as bad as much as The Nutcracker in the Full Realm, because this film will always be way more tolerable than compared to The Nutcracker in the Full Realm. Or should I have to call it The Nutcracker in the Third Hood? Yeah, I will be talking about that film again in my top 10 worst Christmas movie of all time. Anyway, good gentlemen and ladies, so that was my movie rant on A Bad Mom Christmas, which is the most unnecessary sequel that nobody asked for and nobody gave a quack about it. Anyway, guys, so tell me about your opinion on A Bad Mom Christmas. Do you think it's a fun, entertaining movie for for the mother. Or you just like me, that you're not a huge fan of this movie, and you just think this film is just the same old thing from the first movie, and I give it to you that Jack 21 Storm, but therefore you agree with me that this film is just rehashing of the first movie. So it's bad enough that the Loud House movie was just rehashing of the other Loud House movie, but look what they do to Bad Mom. That's right, they're just rehashing of the first movie. And I hate to say this term for comedy purposes. Chief and lazy much? Yeah. Making your movie just like this for the just like the first movie. I already know that Nicole is gonna get angry at me when I'm saying this term, but I was just saying this term for comedy purposes. It's for comedy purposes. Not mean it, it's for comedy purposes. But I think the movie is very lazy and very cheap because you just want to make it as a first movie. And I hate to say this term, I gotta say it. It's cheap and lazy. Yep, it's cheap and lazy. Should say it as a comedy. Don't hook me. Anyway, guys, so type in the comments section what is your most underrated or overrated Christmas movie of all time. Because the most underrated Christmas movie has to be Jingle All the Way. But the most overrated Christmas movie will always be A Christmas Carol, because I'm not a huge fan of the Christmas Carol that came out in 2009, which that film scared the frick out of me. So, including the animation of the crow stuff, oh my god. But don't worry, I might get the DVD of it because I want to caress some Christmas movie, but maybe this movie because I just want to caress some Christian Bale movie. So yeah, that proves my point. So stay tuned for my first look of what the Bad Mom of The Last Night Out will going to be, and stay tuned for the new villain, the new plot, and the new character of what that will be in the third movie. And stay tuned for the cameo for the hangover, because I am putting on to bring all the hangover except Zach, because they have a perfect ending, even that film is garbage. So I was just saying. So tell me which comedy team that you prefer, the Hangover or the Bad Mom. Comment below and let me know, and stay tuned for my movie review on the first Avatar movie leading up to Fire and Hash. Anyway, guys, so this is NH Studio Lounge starting off in Yadios, and you guys have a great early Merry Christmas on a Bad Mom Christmas. I'm not going to say go fake yourself because I was originally going to say that, but I can't say it because you have the Owen character I like in this movie.
And join the celebration all across this wonderful land. Have a ringling, jingling, kringling Christmas. Ringling, have a hop along, sing along, happy holiday. Ho, 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 ho. And when the snow starts drifting, we'll hoist a hearty cheer for the rootinest, tootinest, highfalutinest,